This is a very shady garden on the north side, and there's a special weed that grows here that I use a lot that loves the shade called chickweed, or Stellaria media. Stellaria meaning star in Latin. It's a part of the Carnation family, Caryophyllaceae. It's also known as a winter weed, as it grows in the winter mostly as an annual. Certainly here it does. It dies off in the summertime and re-emerges again in the winter. So let us talk about how to identify this plant. Well, firstly, I would say it's prostrate, grows along the ground. It's quite matty. You can see it has very matting sort of roots. It's a fairly palish, yellowish green. It's very soft and cool, and it has these very long, stringy stems that are not woody at all. Okay, so in identifying this plant, it has very small leaves, you can see by my finger there, that are ovate in shape, which means that it has this teardrop shape with the obtuse side being towards the stem. It also has a little kick in the end of the leaves there. The leaves are in opposite, so they're paired oppositely. The flower is a tiny, tiny little thing, daisy-shaped flower that appears to have 10 petals, but they are actually 5 petals that are deeply lobed and appear to be 10 petals. So if we can get that on camera. So that is a really good identifier, and you can see it has a line of hairs along the stem. That's an important one too. A way to identify this against similar plants that might be considered a look-alike is that it has no milky sap when you break it, whereas some of the look-alike ones do. So you need to know this is a highly edible plant, and don't pick something that's going to poison you. So how may we use this plant, you well may ask? Well, firstly, it's just a very nice fresh green vegetable, raw. It can be used like, as you might use cress or sprouts. You can also cook it if you like. It can be a bit stringy in the stems. If you really wanted to, you could strip the stems and just use the leaves. I generally sort of pick the flowering tops off and just put those in a bowl like that, because they're less stringy or woody on the flowering ends. I also juice it. I juice it with nasturtiums, to be honest, and lemon juice, which is a pretty amazing sort of health cocktail. Chickweed is high in vitamins A, B and C, and iron, of course, and magnesium. So these are all fantastic things for your general well-being. It's obviously high in fibre, and therefore is a good gut tonic. It has also been used for period pain and arthritis and pulmonary disease. You can make a compress out of it for varicose veins. It has a very cooling sort of effect. You can see that straight away when you touch it. It's lovely to have in your garden. It's so cool underfoot. And probably it's most commonly known as used in preparations for the skin. And I think I'll probably pick this before the winter is entirely over. I probably have a few days, and I'm probably going to make some salve for the skin with it, and I might think of a few other tricky things to do as well before this fella disappears for the summertime. But it always re-emerges when the cold weather comes again. That's chickweed. It is a wonderful thing. All right, so we've got some chickweed and nasturtium and lemon juice cocktail here, and this is Shane McGuinney. And what are you training for, Shane?
Training for a triathlon, actually. I was that keen to sip into it because I know how important it is for me. But yeah, training for a triathlon.
Well, good into you, mate.
Then Ironman, here we go. already how I'm telling you, I'm getting for it.
That's a bit histrionic. So how do you find that juice?
Just wakes you up on this whole inner side thing, you know what I mean? Like I feel ready now. My body feels ready. It's just flowing through.
Show us your guns.
Just fresh.
Oh, chickweed nostalgia.